My dad used to wake me up at 6 a.m. every day on the dot. But it didn't matter anyways. I was still gonna be late. I'm still doing my brows.
I mean, it has to be fleek for a reason, right? Oh, don't forget, you gotta send Snapchat streaks to our friends. You open it? Okay, which filter should we use? Does that make me look fat?
That makes me look fat.
Oh, hey, flower crown to make us look slimmer. Got it.
I smell something yummy. It's coming from the kitchen. My mom made fried rice.
My mom made French toast. And then I remember how disgusting my stomach looks.
Sorry, Mom, can't eat. I'm late. I sit in the car and I look at the sky. I'm reminded of something people used to tell me. Don't look at the sun, it might blind you. But we were never told to stop looking at the glossy, burning pages of magazines, ones with robots on the cover. And these robots only vaguely resembled myself. And these robots stood high, much higher than the sun.
I was always told to avoid the sun in outdoor sports like maybe soccer, because sometimes they'd say, "Oh, honey, look at your skin, it's getting so dark now, and those freckles are starting to appear on your face." But it's not like some whitening cream can't fix that, right? Or maybe they'll point out your thighs and your calves, they're so big and muscular. I mean, I guess soccer's just way too masculine for me. But we were never told to avoid picking at the imperfections that littered our bodies. This is what I would tell my daughter. I would tell my daughter that she can play any sport she wants, that getting muddy does not make her less of a woman than she already is. And it's not about being burnt by the sun, it's being kissed by it. And it's about being strong and healthy. And I hope she never feels that she needs to hide her thighs, her calves, her arms, and her chest just because people don't like the way it stretches fabric.
If I had a daughter, I would tell her that she can look in the mirror and see whoever she wants to see, whether it is a princess or the president or a dentist. She can be who she wants to be. She should not limit herself to a 2D blueprint of who she is, because once she does, all we'll be able to see is a flat plane, one we cannot stand on or float above, and all we'll be able to see is curves and bumps made from hands on a computer. There is dirt on our skin that we cannot brush off, and the moment she finds out that there is no tool in the world that can cover up her flaws, she will come to me crying, and I will say, "That's not the problem."
"Sit still," they say, as they pulled my hair and pounded paint on my face. "Sit still, just like a mannequin, so that any type of clothes can be put on me. So when they ask you why you did it, you can tell them that I provoked you, that I was asking for it. Oh, but would you prefer more lifeless things that were tailored for pleasure and play? So I guess when I'm pinned down, still and lifeless, I'll just be as good."
There is a disease spreading, and it cannot be stopped.
It is deadlier than the Black Death and faster than the flu.
It is the disease that seeps into our minds and makes us do weird things to our bodies, poking and prodding like we are aliens to ourselves, trying to make a version of ourselves that is remotely presentable.
And as she comes home to me, and I see her muddy cleats and those tears on her jersey, and I see the bruises on her legs, I'll tell her that, "Go take a shower. I'll sew back the tears on your clothes, and I'll give you the bandages that you need." But she then gives me an apologetic smile, and I say, "Honey, you don't have to be sorry, because we need to understand that those type of bruises are the only kinds acceptable to appear on her skin, not from the actions of so-called love with no consent, because no means no.
And one day, we will all wear a bodysuit. It will be made out of newspaper clippings about how to lose 40 kg in a week.
Or knee paddings from the new Burger King's ad for your 7-inch sub.
Leggings that have written on them the law that menstrual products are still considered luxury items. And shoes that make me the acceptable height to dance with boys.
And it is hard. It is hard to be surrounded by such suffocating costume, one we have no control over.
And one day, when she is finally my age, the world would have made documentaries about how stupid we all were. She would have to see a girl starving herself, looking the exact opposite of human, and ask me, this existed? And she would look at a woman in court being told that, oops, her top was way too low, so he will not go to prison. And she will see creams that get rid of stretch marks and ask me, how do you use this? Why would you use this? What is this? And me, I'll laugh in response, because how do you explain mass destruction?
And I hope when she's my age, she'll strive for quality education and gets hired knowing that she'll earn the same amount of money as her male coworkers will, without her boss sexualizing her in any way. Or even better, become the boss without glares and skepticism from other people and her employees questioning whether she is fit for such a position in the hierarchy. Because for those women who start off as ambitious as men are experiencing that their efforts are eroding as time goes on. And I hope one day, when she grows to be so beautiful, she'll understand that marriage is not an act of submission to a husband. And she does have the right to aspire to her goals as she's raising a family of her own.
What if we were told what we would tell her?
Would it make a difference?
Would it have changed me? Would it force them to transform?
It does us no good to dwell on the what-ifs.
Only on what-to-dos. Yet, as we are speaking our rage,
and singing our songs,
and writing our poems, we can't help but wonder,
what if we've been told different?